What's good, cyberspace? It's your boy Reclaim Your Throne coming at you with another crazy video. But first, my goal is to get to 5,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe. You already know. Reclaim your throne.
If she don't fuck, then she not for me. Shit. If she don't suck, then she not for me. Shit. Scratching bitches off just like the lottery. She made a mistake, grammatical apostrophe. Yeah. If she don't fuck, then she not for me. Shit. If she don't suck, then she not for me. Shit. Baby, come fuck with the monopoly. He seek the hoe, ain't nobody hot as me. If she don't fuck, then she not for me. Shit. If she don't suck, then she not for me. Shit. Scratching bitches off just like the lottery.
So now we are going to get into the preface of the feature presentation, as the title is about the LGBT community. So now we're going to actually break down a video of a young LGBT white boy who is crying about his job at Starbucks. So let's watch. Let me read some of y'all's chats real quick. Tony says, when she said you don't think you deserve more, he should have just said no. Right. Alvazo says her recognizing him actually works out in his favor. He also says Larsa Pippen used to babysit Marcus Jordan. It was then that she started plotting on him while shaking his bottle. Right. Alphazo said girls do claim that they can handle the truth and that they sick of men lying to get what they want. 40% completion rate isn't that bad for being straightforward. Yeah, it isn't at all. Might have to start trying this in your personal life, guys. But let's get into this video. You have a obviously leftist LGBT soy boy white kid who is pretty much breaking down under the pressure of working at Starbucks. So let's listen to Evan explain his woes for working for the company.
People wonder why we need a union at Starbucks, and
So they want a union for coffee makers. This ain't the old days where you had unions for large manufacturing plants and oil rigs and railroad engineering companies where the conditions were dangerous and hazardous and weren't, comfortable with AC. You have Starbucks workers asking for to unionize. This is crazy.
I'm literally about to quit. Like, I don't know if I'm going to do it, but, I really want to. I almost walked out today, and I'm crying in the back room right now, and I almost cut on the floor. It's just, I'm like a full-time student. I get scheduled for 25 hours a week, and then on weekends, they schedule me the entire day, open to close. I'm on the schedule for 8.5 hours, both Saturday and Sunday. I'm like 3.5 hours into my shift. There's so many customers, and we have 4 people on the floor all day. Only 5 people were put on the schedule, and somebody had to call out. And there are 4 people running the whole store, and there's so many customers, and there's possibly scheduled 5 people. We only have 13 people employed at this store, and there's so many customers. We don't have fair scheduling. Managers don't care about us. Our manager was supposed to come in this weekend, and he took himself off the schedule, so he wouldn't be able to be held accountable for calling out. He just literally tore down the schedule that he was scheduled on and put up a new schedule where he wasn't on the schedule. Also, he couldn't have even seen that he was scheduled in the first place because he didn't want to be held accountable for not wanting to come in.
Oh, my bad. They said I'm muted. He's saying that, damn, which part? Let me run it back then. I was saying basically he said that he was working 25 hours a week. So he's working less than 4 hours a day. Crying about working a fucking baby ass shift. Now he's saying that the other employees didn't come in. I used to work at Steak and Shake, y'all. I ran the stove, the grill, rather. I ran the prep tables. I ran the drive-thru, and I ran the milkshakes all by my damn self as a section manager at Steak and Shake. and you have this man crying. These dudes are super soft, bro.
Half hours, both Saturday and Sunday. I'm like 3.5 hours into my shift. There's so many customers, and we have 4 people on the floor all day. Only 5.
3.5 hours into his shift, and there's hella customers all day. They only have 4 employees. 4 employees at a Starbucks is too many, honestly. You only need 2 people to run a Starbucks, really. 1 to run the drive-through. Actually, I'll say 3. 1 to run the drive-through, 1 to run the counter, and then 1 to make all the food and the drinks. So 4 is a courtesy.
People were put on the schedule, and somebody had to call out. And there are 4 people running the whole store, and there's so many customers, and there's buzzing.
4 people running the whole store. I mean, that's an easy ass shift, bro. And he's crying about it.
They scheduled 5 people. We only have 13 people employed at this store, and there's so many customers. And they're good. We don't have fair scheduling. Managers don't care about us. Our manager was supposed to come in this weekend, and he took himself off the schedule, so he wouldn't be able to be held accountable for calling out. He just literally tore down the schedule that he was scheduled on.
Well, he is the manager, so he pretty much is going to do what he wants.
And put a new schedule where he wasn't on the schedule. Also, he couldn't have even seen that he was scheduled in the first place because he didn't want to be held accountable for not wanting to come in. They don't want to help us. We need a union because this can't happen. This can't happen.
And guys, I mean, he's talking about unionizing a Starbucks. Like, he's talking about unionizing a Starbucks. Back in the day, they had unions for railroad manufacturing companies, you know, large assembly line construction plants, and you know, maybe even textile manufacturing plants. But this guy is talking all this shit about unionizing a Starbucks where you are working in under air condition with a whole bunch of frozen beverages around you. My nigga, you're a hot cocoa away from the Polar Express. What is this man talking about, dog?
And we need fair scheduling. We need managers to hold themselves accountable for helping their workers. They refuse to turn mobile orders off. We need the liberty to be able to do that because there's so many mobile orders and I need to get through all of them. And then people are yelling at me because they don't have their orders ready and they don't know what to do. And a customer was misgendering me today, like really badly. I didn't have
That nigga said a customer misgendered him. I'm dead. Now that's funny. Now that's funny. The customer misgendered him. Oh, poor baby.
Order ready. And so they were just like talking to each other, and they're like, she's clearly incompetent. I have a full mustache and beard.
Ah, damn, they called him a her. And honestly, like you would think that him would identify as a her. But apparently, I guess this isn't I'm guessing a homosexual male. Right? A cisgender homosexual. Is that how you would describe him? I don't fucking know. It's too many genders.
What the fuck? I don't get accommodations for being neurodivergent. I don't. Like, I can't use. People get mad at me for using my sick time. I don't even know what to do anymore. I'm like at my wit's end with this job. I really am.
So obviously, the LGBT community is cracking under pressure. Okay. Oh man, this is crazy. So he's back there leaving his employees to work by themselves while he cries and makes a fucking TikTok video. How? What do his employees think about this? The ones who are struggling, working because he's not able to work because he's emotionally distressed. It's ridiculous, y'all. You can't make this stuff up.
Want to become an elite level athlete? Well, look no further. The Reclaim Your Throne Elite D1 training course is all you need to take your performance from subpar to the creme de la creme of athletes all around the world. The purpose of this course is to give you a comprehensive weight training, speed, flexibility, recovery, and endurance program that is meant to prepare young athletes for collegiate and professional sports. This course is packed with over 2 hours of creative, action-packed lifts narrated and coached by yours truly to assure increased strength, speed, flexibility, recovery, and endurance. Hey, I get it. Training alone can be tough and can even make you feel misguided or somewhat unmotivated. But with this course, I walk you step by step through each and every lift to make sure you're using the proper form to prevent injuries and that you're hitting the correct muscle groups to render maximum results. So what are you waiting for? It's now or never. So go ahead and get the training course today so you too can reclaim your throne.